My love for Godzilla began at a young age. I already had an obsession with dinosaur figures and extravagant films such as King Kong, both the 1976 and 2005 variation, as well as the original Jurassic Park. But on one fateful day, I went to a local DVD store, and there in the sci-fi section sat a specific DVD 2-pack, King Kong vs. Godzilla and King Kong Escapes. I had already loved the ape of Skull Island, but Godzilla instantly struck a chord with me. A dinosaur-looking creature that shoots fire out of its mouth fighting King Kong? Done deal. That same night, I sat down and watched the US re-edit of the original King Kong vs. Godzilla by Ishiro Honda and EJ Tsuburaya, and everything had changed. I would collect Godzilla DVDs that I'd find in my DVD store, with a majority of them being the original Showa run and the recent at the time Millennium series. I would have Godzilla action figures, and I would even catch reruns of the Godzilla films on the Sci-Fi Channel. Around the time I became a Godzilla fan, it was amongst the 10-year drought after Final Wars' release. Reports of a new Godzilla film being made came and went. Little did I know what was coming in the horizon. The 2014 Godzilla film, directed by Gareth Edwards, which came to be made thanks to Yoshimitsu Banno, director of 1971's Godzilla vs. Ghidorah, whose name is still credited on every MonsterVerse production that features Godzilla, after his untimely passing in 2017. After the success of the 2014 film, Legendary followed it up with the MonsterVerse, and Toho also followed it up with their respective set of films with Shin Godzilla, the Polygon anime trilogy, as well as the recent Godzilla -1, with -1 winning the Academy Award for Best Visual Effects, and the recent Godzilla Kong the New Empire being the highest grossing film to feature both Godzilla and King Kong. With the Big G's recent found success aside, I think it's time for me to talk about why you probably came and clicked on this video you're watching. Godzilla to me means a whole lot. There's so many words I can describe my love for Godzilla. The Big G has been there for every time period in my life. He's one of the many reasons for why I love film. In a way, the Big G has kind of been like an old best friend of mine. But as an individual character in each of his movies, Godzilla can basically represent anything. He can represent nuclear destruction, a benevolent guardian, a tragic anti-hero, a consequence for rewriting the past, an environmental being bringing balance to the natural order, or even a manifestation of PTSD and survivor's guilt. The Big G is truly an immortal character that will continue to defy the odds no matter what generation he's a part of. With all that being said, all I have left to say is, Happy 70th, Godzilla.